we can work it even harder to get it so that it relaxes. Make sure that when you work your bicep, you give it everything you've got.
Stop your screaming. Just accept your fate to be eaten by a giant.
Hi. Before we get into this video, I'd like to thank all my Patreon members for their continued support. If you want to follow me on my other platforms, my link is in the description below. Now, let's get into the video. Hi, and welcome back to your back massage. I'll be your personal attendant today, helping you have a relaxing and calming, peaceful and stress-free back massage. Before we get into this massage, I'd like you to take 3 deep breaths. Take that first deep breath in, and then let it out. Another deep breath in, and then let it out. Last one. Deep breath in, and let it out. Perfect. Let's begin your back massage. Before we dive deep into it, I'd like you to tell me if there's any areas on your back that are feeling uncomfortable. It helps me pinpoint and not waste time. Anywhere on your back is totally fine. Yes, that's what you're here for today. A back massage. Your shoulders, specifically there. How about there? On the ends of your shoulders as well, okay? Both sides. All right. So, how this will work. I'll massage your trapezius muscles. That's these ones. Then I'll work on your shoulders. And if we have time, I'll try and work on your scapulas as well on those back sides. Perfect. So, let's begin and help you feel relaxed. Do a couple shoulder shrugs for me, just like this, please. You can close your eyes, or you can keep your eyes open. It's up to you. Perfect. Just a couple rolls and then roll them forwards like so. Already feeling relaxed, are you? That's good. All right. I'm just going to work your shoulders, your trapezius. I'm just going to slowly just feel around them and look for those spots that feel a lot more tense than other parts. You just relax. I can definitely tell that you carry some tension up here on that shoulder and this one. Not as much tension here, but still, both of them have tension, but one of them seems to just be a little bit more tense. That's the easiest word to use. Can you tell me about your day? What is it that you do that creates such a tense muscle here and then not so tense there? Okay. Do you use that arm or hand quite a bit? Daily activities, whatever it is. Okay, that could be a reason. You may be just holding your arm up at a higher angle like this throughout the day without even knowing. You just relax. It's my job to make you feel relaxed. That's what you're here to do. That's why you're paying me. There we go. that other muscle is actually quite tense as well. Are you ambidextrous? Do you have the functioning use of both arms in your daily life? What I mean by that is, do you use both arms for similar things? Writing with one arm, writing with the other, grabbing things with either hand? Because if that's the case, that may be why both are seeming to be just as tense as each other. Originally, it was just this one. It was just that one right there. On that spot right there. Do you feel that one? And then this side. Not as much, not as bad. Let me I'm just gonna test both sides here. They seem to be okay. Not as bad as I originally thought, but still, regardless though, I'm just gonna dig my thumb into this section right here, and unfortunately it's gonna be a little uncomfortable. But don't worry. I can guarantee you at the end, you'll get some relief from it. You'll be able to move your shoulders, and it won't hurt as bad as it does right now. Speaking of hurt, a pain tolerance. 10 being the worst pain ever, 0 being nothing. How do these shoulders just affect your day to day? Really, I was expecting a little bit higher of a number. You must have a great pain tolerance then. So I'm just going to drive my thumb just into that. Really work that muscle up, because I can tell you from previous experience, when you got a tight back muscle, or tight shoulders, or tight trapezius muscles, they just wreak havoc on your day. You get neck pains, you get all of it. So just there we go. You can close your eyes, you can relax, do whatever you please. That's good. Can you give that shoulder a little bit of a shrug for me? Just tilt your head to the side, like so, just like this for me. Good, good. Any less discomfort with that? Try going to the side again one more time for me, like this. That's good. Nice and to the side. Good. It's much better than when you first came in. I can assure you on that. There you go. This muscle's, it's crazy. Just doing a small amount of work on the muscle can achieve such a drastic change in such a short period of time. There we go. Alright, I'm going to let that muscle sort of marinate for a bit. I've worked it pretty hard, and you've got quite a lot of redness around your neck there, so I don't want to aggravate it anymore. So let's work on this other side. Originally, I didn't think this side was as bad, but after doing a little tension test there with my thumbs on either side, it's definitely pretty worked up. So just relax. Take a deep breath for me. I know it's not the most comfortable thing, but my job is to make it so that you can leave here feeling refreshed and have the ability to use your shoulders again. So deep breath in. Let's just take a breather. Deep breath in. Hold it. Let it out. That's good. You can open your eyes again if you... Good. There we go. Just really gonna dig my thumb in now, so just try your best to just grit through the discomfort here. I can guarantee you afterwards you'll feel way better. Oh, do apologize. I seem to have cracked my own knuckle there pushing so hard. There we go, that's good. It seems that I didn't have to work that side as hard. It's still tense, so can you give me a couple shoulder rounds? Just like follow along with me, okay? Follow along. And up and over, up and over, up and over. Good. Let's try that going forwards. Forwards. I know it's a little bit weird. Usually you go backwards, but I just want to get movement in those muscles. Good. Now give yourself a big hug, just like this. Big hug, just like that. And can you put your arms out for me, just like this, and then just give them 5 seconds of this. That's good. And then backwards. Now give them a little shake. How do they feel? I'm just going to tense. I want to just feel the muscles again. I just want to see how their density is feeling. Are they still feeling quite? Do they feel like they have a knot in them still, or are they feeling more pliable? That's a good word to use. Let's just see. I'd say these traps are feeling good now. Both of them, they feel more, they don't feel incredible, but they feel more pliable, and that's the word I'm going for. I want your muscles to feel pliable so that they can move. Now let's see these shoulders. This one here. There we go. Surprisingly enough, after having worked those trap muscles individually, your shoulders have seemed to have let go considerably. So I'm thinking that these muscles, these trapezius muscles, were holding so much tension that it was physically pulling on your delts. The delts are your muscles here on the sides of your shoulder. Well, technically you've got your front, side, and rear delts, but the front and the rears weren't the ones bothering me. It was those ones right here and the ones right here. Those were the ones bothering me. So it just goes to show how much stress somebody can hold in their muscles without even knowing it. You know what? My recommendation is maybe look for a job that doesn't cause you so much stress. You'd be surprised how just changing your environment can create less stress on those muscles. You're an important person. You gotta take care of yourself. And feeling your muscles there today, I can tell you that your trapezius muscles were not being taken care of, so you're gonna feel a little sore probably after this. Maybe take a bath with some Epsom salts. Some salt definitely helps with flushing. I know, contrary to belief, you think that you would hold on to water, but anyways, that's a different story. So just Go home and relax. Don't go to a workout. Don't do anything to stress your shoulders, is what I'm saying. Hopefully when you wake up tomorrow, that pliable feeling is still there. That relaxing feeling is still there. If it's not, well, you can call me up. We can work it even harder to get it so that it relaxes. Sounds like a plan? Good. See you in hopefully a couple weeks. If not, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. And take care and have a good day. You've come back. You've come back to my village, my area. A giant doesn't like it when intruders come into his area. What's that? You're gonna have to speak up. I can't hear you all the way up here. Do you realize how many hundreds of feet I'm above you? Knelt down? Just imagine, just look at how big I really am. Or did you forget the last time you were here? The last time I asked for something, an offering, and you, little tiny speck of a human, that's right, look at you, you're just so small. I could just crush you. But I won't do that to all of you down there. You don't need to see your friend not make it. Or I could just as easily crush your city. Just like that. Or I could take my heel. This heel is beyond tough and stomp it down. I tell you, just listen to the rumble. Do you hear it? Do you hear how much the ground trembles? When I walk around, just listen. You hear it. You hear how much the ground moves by just my footsteps. Look at you, you insignificant little specks. I could just pick you right up. Look at you. You're so tiny. I could just flick you. I guess you didn't need that friend anymore, did you? Look at you all running around, screaming. They sound like far cries to my ears all the way up here. You don't need this building, do you? Look at it. This is your biggest building in your city, and it just fits on the tip of my finger. I have to tell you, it's fun destroying cities. Giants always get a bad rap, but I have to agree with all you tiny little human specks down there that giants just love to crush. We love to crush. We love to smash. We love to obliterate. Look at all of you stupid little humans down there. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now as I get closer? My voice booming. Booming. That's it. Cover your eyes.
This tree, your sacred tree. I guess you didn't need it any longer, did you? Hundreds of years old. Well, it should have been able to withstand me pulling it up. It's now hundreds of miles away. Maybe it'll grow better somewhere else. I have to say, the one thing about being a giant and looking down at all you specks, you insignificant specks, just get away. It's no use throwing your axes at me. Oh. Look at the size of your weapons. They're tiny. This is supposed to hurt a giant like me? No longer is it your biggest weapon to use against me. It's just been diminished to the size of a Coke can. Now, don't anger the giant. I guess you didn't need that town any longer, or this one, or that one. I've forgotten how much fun it is to destroy. I've forgotten how good it feels to make you humans down there feel fear. My hand couldn't crush just about anything. Fear for your lives, that's right. My eye so big it just blots out the sun. Come here, human. Look at you. Just so. Oh. Wow, little did I know that would be on my food choices today. You humans taste. Stop your screaming. Quiet. Be thankful that you get to be enjoyed by a god. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that you all tasted so good. Now, what should a giant do for more fun to all of you? Little, how about this tree? Look at it. You petty little humans thinking these are big. You don't know what big really is. That one can go join the one hundreds of miles away. Hey, where do you think you're going, human? You might become my third snack of the day. I'd need to eat hundreds of you in order to fill my belly. Looks like that one down there had some type of weapon in my mouth. Well, you can take your axe back, humans. It's nothing but the tiniest of toothpicks to me. I need more food, but all of you are hiding. Where have you all gone? Humans, where are you? Oh, there you are. You thought you could get away from me. Just quiet your screams. The more I eat, the more I feel better and better. Where did all those other humans go? What time is it? You're lucky that all of you are hiding. You're lucky that my wife up there in the sky, up the bean sprout, is calling for me. You thought I was scary. Just wait till you meet my wife. She's cooking human stew dinner. She pillaged a village earlier today, and I forgot just how good you all really tasted. Stop your screaming. Just be thankful that you're being eaten by superiority. Hey, stop your screaming. Stop your screaming. Just accept your fate to be eaten by a giant. Now, I think it's time I go enjoy my human stew from the village earlier that was pillaged by my beautiful wife. See you later, humans. Hopefully you're here when I come back.
Welcome to a male anatomy session where I'm going to be going over, because it seems that your memory is not that good. That's the reason we're going to be going over these again. We're going to be going over our biceps, both the left and the right. Why? Because sometimes they can look a little different in comparison to each other. We're going to be going through shoulders, both your left shoulder and your right shoulder, and we'll be touching on the rear delts and a little bit of the back. So today will be about your arms, also your forearms as well. We'll be working on both of them. Now, before we get into this, do you have any questions? The answer should be no, because I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about the male anatomy of the shoulders, the back, the upper back, that being said, and your biceps and forearms. First and foremost, I think it's best that we start with the biceps. Everybody wants a good-looking bicep. I think that whether you're male or female, you can agree to that. It's that striking muscle that just stands out when you're in a t-shirt or when you don't have a shirt on, either or. So let's talk about it. Do you know why it's called bi? Because it's got two heads. That's why it's called your bicep. Two heads. Do you know why it's called your tricep? Why? Because you have three heads. Tri, 3, bi, 2. Also, I should have mentioned, we'll be going over the tricep as well. So, the bicep. What makes it so appealing? It's just a small muscle, but it's the muscle that everybody sees almost the most on a day-to-day basis. Think about it. You're wearing pants, you're wearing a shirt, socks, shoes, a hood, or a toque, or a beanie, whatever word you want to call it. Not a lot of skin is shown, but the arms from your essentially the end of your bicep down to your forearm are exposed. That makes them the muscle that everybody wants to look good. So, how can you build it? How can you work on making your bicep look better? Well, the function of the bicep, the function of the back, they are pulling mechanisms. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you're here, you're right there, and I want you to come to me, I'm going to grab you and I'm going to pull you. What happens when you do that? Just watch. Grab, pull. Your bicep flexes. Same thing here. Bicep flexes, and if what you can and can't see is the back is pulling as well. So, what does your tricep do then? Your tricep pushes. Your tricep works in conjunction with your chest. So, when you push something away, your tricep is activating to push. Your chest muscles are helping that mechanism move forwards. Those are the primary functions. And then the shoulders, well, muscles here, their intent is to lift both front, side, and a little bit backwards. Make sense? Good. So, how do we work the bicep? How do we make it bigger? How do we make the show muscle pop? You're going to be doing bicep curls, where you curl like so, and you curl. You just take this and you curl. Take and curl. That's pretty easy to understand, right? And now when it comes to your tricep, well, you have your arm and you go up. You want to be pushing away, whether that's up like so or down like so. Either way, you just want to push away to build the tricep. You want to pull towards to build the bicep. The same function goes for your back. You want to build your back, you're going to pull towards you. You want to build your chest, you're going to push away from you. It's simple when you really think about it. When you break it down, the mechanisms of your muscles is not rocket science. Although the world or social media makes you feel like it is. You can work either head, bicep or triceps differently, but as long as you're doing some type of workout with your bicep or tricep, you'll get overall growth. Now, posing. Why does it look so good when we pose with a bicep? Why does it look good? Well, it comes down to symmetry between your shoulders, how wide they are, and your waist. If you have a wider waist than your shoulders, you have what we call as an inverted triangle. The symmetry is upside down. It, unfortunately, is not, in the terms of appealing, what most people look for in attractiveness. They look for wide shoulders, lats, that's these, and then your waist. And they should all be tapering, with your waist being the smallest part. If you can accomplish that, you will look good in many shirts. I can guarantee that. So, where are these heads in our biceps? Where are these heads in our triceps? if you have your arms straight out like so, right here, there's a center line that you can't see unless you lose quite a bit of weight and your skin gets pretty thin. You're shredded in a sense. But when you flex, you will notice there is a line that will start to distinctly show itself here. The separation is then able to be seen of those heads. The same goes for your tricep. What people look for is called the horseshoe on your tricep. When you flex, you start to develop, as you can see, a horseshoe. The leaner you get, the more that horseshoe starts to show. And tricep, 1, there's 2, and then you've got your big one back here. That's 3. Tricep, 3. Bicep, that's 2. Chest, we could get into that. And then back. As you build your back, your biceps should naturally get bigger as well. Don't make the mistake, though, of working only your biceps. You can isolate your biceps so that they're the only thing being worked. But then you would start to have this imbalance where your bicep just looks huge. And your back, well, your back is lacking. That's not something you want. You may think it looks good, but I can guarantee you, it in fact does not. Now, when you've got tattoos, that's something you need to keep in mind. If you already have a tattoo, you may already be aware of this. Let me show you for an example. When you flex with no tattoos on your arms, you can see muscle, separation, definition, shoulders. You can see where they start, where they end, everything. Let me show you on the other arm. Whilst you can still see the definition, it gets a little clouded. You don't get to see it as much. Tattoos hide definition, and that's okay. But if your goal is for aesthetics to have that definitive look where people can see your striations are what your muscles are. They'll go in lines. As you become leaner, you can start to see those striations, the separation of each muscle. But if you have tattoos, they will hide definition. So if you're looking to have really nice biceps that you want people to see, that money shot, maybe just get one arm tattooed or neither. It all depends what you're looking for long term. Remember, these tattoos, they're for life. Unless you want to get laser, having them tattooed off doesn't look entertaining at all. So I would just say no to that. Now, let's look at the back one more time, especially your rear delts, these parts right here. If you don't work your rear delts when you are wearing a shirt, you could have a very broad chest. It could look fantastic. But if you don't have those 3D delts, not saying you need to, but if you don't work on this muscle here, it won't. You'll have this front delt that's definitively defined, because if you work your chest, this front delt always seems to, let me show you, it seems to get used a lot more. Your sides, from doing shoulder raises like so, they get activated when you're doing shoulder raises. That's what helps you have that width on your body, like so. Bigger shoulders, you fill out a shirt better, you get that golden ratio triangle that makes you look good in anything. But where you lack is the rear delt. Work the hell out of that rear delt. You'll see what I mean in a second. Let's just see if I can get some lighting. Can't as well. But as you can see, there's a little bit of a shelf. I'm still working these as we please. As I do them, I don't have the biggest shoulders in the world, but you can see that whilst the front has some thickness, the back has some as well. There you go. You can see a little bit where that separation is of the muscle, how it runs down your arm like so, like up here. There you go. See that? Up here. Build it. You'll thank yourself so much in the future on just how good you can look in a t-shirt. Now, forearms. These get neglected quite a bit, more than people think. They get worked simultaneously when you're gripping anything. Triceps, biceps, pulling, pushing, doesn't matter. But work them separately. Grab something. Strength. Grip strength. If you have good grip strength, you can hold on to bigger weights. You can lift more weights. Your forearms will look better. Don't ignore this. I've got a little bump on my arm. It's going away. Don't worry. But forearms. If you can lose weight more, your forearms will start to, you'll be able to see these muscles. Do you see them moving? As you lose weight, those muscles become more and more apparent. This goes for your entire body. And your confidence goes up. Your overall health goes up. You become a better version of yourself. This is more of like, I guess, a little bit of a pep talk, as well as telling you about the muscles and how to work them. The purpose of this is to hopefully make you a little bit more knowledgeable than you were X amount of minutes ago, but also to just work on yourself. Because when you work on yourself, you create discipline. When you create discipline, you create confidence. And when you create confidence, other people notice. So I'll leave you with this. Make sure that when you work your bicep, you give it everything you've got. Welcome to your suit fitting session. I'll be your caretaker today. My name is Woe. And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today? It's a beautiful name. Is that with? Okay, yeah, that's how I thought you spelled it. All right, so you're here for your suit fitting, are you? Well, you have come to the best place in town, if I must say. We've got some rave reviews. Tell your friends. You'll get a commission. Anyways, that's my marketing pitch. Where shall I begin? What are you looking for in terms of a suit? If budget is no option, well, you've certainly come to the right place. So are we going to be focusing on a jacket? Everything, okay? All right, so everything. Is that including socks, underwear, belt, undershirt, everything? All right, well, for today, what should we focus on? I'll guide this. It's a little easier. If I ask you too many questions, we'll never get anywhere. What I'll do is I'm going to measure your jacket today. Usually the measurement of the jacket is the best part first. You'll come in for another session. We will do your pants, waist, belt, underwear, socks, any other extra garments you're looking for, essentially. So First things first, do you have a color preference in mind? Okay, give me three to pick from. Okay, and the third? It's quite a unique set of colors, but I'm not here to judge. All right, so good. So what I need to do in order to essentially get this measurement session underway is I'm going to take a variety of measurements on you. I may get a little close. I do apologize. Is that all right if I do that? Good. Try my best to be as professional as I can, but we'll just see how it goes. Let me just put this on the desk. Perfect. Place this in here. I don't need that. All right. So, from around town, now just relax your shoulders for me. Good. Oh, you are from around town. Okay. Yeah, I live down 21st. Oh, you're down 35th. Okay, I know that. Do you like that coffee shop there? I know. It's incredible, isn't it? The biscottis that they have. Incredible. All right, just be natural. Go floppy for me. Good, good. But that's the first time you've heard that. Go floppy for me. All right, we got 22. Okay. Now for the shoulders, are you wanting like a slim, tapered fit, or are you looking for? What are you looking for in general? Okay, I can work with that. I'll have to get a couple of extra measurements. Exactly, that's what I thought. Okay, so just again, so if that's the case, just let me measure those shoulders just one more time there. Okay. Let's just. Okay. Just adding an extra inch. Everybody likes an extra inch, don't they? On their shoulder pads there. Makes you look more broad. Alright, perfect. Let's see. Oh, shame. It says my next client canceled. Just means I'll spend more time with you, I guess. Okay, so can you stick your arm out like that for me, please? Just like I'm doing. Just out like that. Okay, that's good. And let's do the other arm there. And arm out for me. Okay. Should I add an extra inch here as well? No, I won't do that. I want to keep your cuffs at like when you raise your hand like so. Obviously I don't have a white shirt on, but another question I'll get to once I'm done measuring your jacket length here. I want it to sort of sit, about a half inch when you go like this, where you got that little half inch of your cuff length there showing on your white shirt. Okay, so turn around for me, please. Not sure why that was funny, but fair enough. All right, and let's do that backside measurement there. Okay, and the next one here. Okay. Good. You can go floppy again. I don't need you to stand straight like that. You're not in the military. Just let me grab these, grab my notebook. It seems to have fallen on the floor. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so the shoulder inseam. Don't be looking at my notes. Shoulder inseam. These are from my private eyes. Back length. And then we'll add that extra inch for you. I agree. Every man appreciates an extra inch. Okay, so won't need that. I'll put that back. See, my colleague took my table, so I'll put it on the floor. Alright, so let's do your chest. If you just stand, this is where you can stand nice and proud. Fully erect. Make yourself look as buff as you can. I'm kidding. I don't need you to do that. I need you to just be nice and floppy for me so that I can measure your chest at a standing rest. When you're all sort of erect and at attention like that, it doesn't help in terms of getting an accurate measurement. So if you can just... Good, and I'm just gonna get a little close here. Just gonna wrap myself around you here, just so I can come around and then match these up. Good. That's good. 44 inches is your chest, if you were curious. It's a nice buff chest. You can puff it up now if you'd like. Yeah, I know, all the guys like to do that. Makes them feel good. 44, you'd like to add 2 inches to that. Well, unfortunately, in this circumstance, I truly believe that 2 inches here will not matter. You actually want the shirt to fit quite nice and fit. You don't want that floppy looking look of the shirt not fitting as tight. I don't know how else to it. You don't want what your grandfather was wearing on this day. You want it to fit you appropriately, because when it fits you appropriately, you look bigger. Good. All right, let's do your waist now. So just make this nice and even like so. Just gonna reach around you again here. Okay. What a nice waist size you have. Just get a little close there. Okay, great. Oh, you want to know your waist size again? Well, you're at 34 inches. It's perfect. For the symmetry of your shoulders, you have what I call the golden ratio. Golden triangle. Think of it. 2 wide parts and the skinny part at the end right there. It makes anybody look good in a suit. Trust me. Okay, could you stick your arms out again? Just nice and straight forward like so. Good. Perfect. And just again. Good. Let's measure the circumference. I need to get the girth of your biceps and your forearms. I don't want the shirt to fit, well, the shirt and jacket to fit too tight. Okay, just put your arm out for me again for me, please. Just going to measure the circumference of it. Good. Good. I swear every guy wants to know the circumference of their arms. And I know it has to do something with the bicep, I guess. Well, your forearm is 10 inches. That's pretty damn good. Your bicep, you have a healthy bicep, 17 inches. It's good, trust me. If you saw me without my shirt on and I gave a flex, you'd be like, wow, it's quite the bicep that he has. Yours is bigger. Yours is bigger, don't worry. Just by an inch. Means a lot though, right? An inch means a lot in the world of men. Okay, so. Now, right. Good. Let's just. Good, good. Now I'm going to measure the girth of your neck. You don't want a collar too tight that it chokes you, right? Gosh, wouldn't that be uncomfortable? Nobody likes to get choked. Okay, so let's just nicely around like that. Good. This is where you just breathe normally. I don't need you to puff your neck out for me. Good. Yeah, you got a wide neck. 16 3/4. It's actually a decent sized neck. It really holds well together with the rest of your proportioned body. No, the pants and all that other stuff, we'll be doing that at another date. I just have enough time for you today. My client that did cancel, my assistant Margaret, she what's the word here? I'm losing my train of thought. She rebooked another person, short notice, so that's good. So that's good. Just looking at those shoulder measurements one last time. Let's have a gander there. Gosh, you got nice shoulders. Wish I could have shoulders like you. So, go through my list here. Let's pick up that book again. Okay, so shoulders, inner arm and the waist, and then the back on the length. Inner arm seems good. Great. Do you remember that? Do you remember the girth of your neck? Yes, 16 and 3/4. That's right. How about that forearm? 10 inches. That's right. I bet you don't forget how big your biceps are. 17 inches. I was just testing you there. Perfect. All right. So I think that's everything I need. Do you have any questions for me? My phone number. Not the first time I've been asked that question. That's a private number, unfortunately. Although I do like to frequent that cafe on 31st and 20. What is it again? 21 and 35th Ave. Yes, that coffee shop. I do frequent it at around 7:30 a.m. and sometimes for afternoon coffee around 3. So if you're in the neighborhood, well, you know where to find me.